All right, welcome back everybody. So today we are going to be making our own rear shock mount or a coilover mount, which you can use it for too. In this case we are using a shock. We're going to be using a QA1 shock, so it's going to be very similar to a QA1 coilover that you would run. We're going to be making this out of mild steel today. In this case it's going to be sitting a little bit lower just to make up for the difference with the air ride and how big the shock is, but it's pretty much going to be the same steps that you would make your own. It's going to be very similar to the Van Steel product. I did have that when I had the coilovers on this car, which is an awesome product. I think it's a really nice piece. So it's going to be the same thing. It's going to bolt up to the factory location, and then it's going to have another area where you bolt your shock to or your coilover to. So we are going to actually use 1.25 inch by 1/4 inch thick steel, and we're going to cut this down, and we're going to make a really nice bracket for that that'll bolt right up. So we're going to just go ahead, take some measurements, and get cutting. All right, so here we go. It's QA1 shock. It is part number TS403. It is 18-way adjustable. Very similar to the one that I'm running on the front of the car, which was TS507. This is a dual eyelet shock here, and this can actually bolt right up to your factory location in the top and technically the bottom as well, which is this piece here. This piece goes through the knuckle right here and bolts on, and then your shock would slide right over that. So what we're gonna do is remove this obviously, and we are going to have it bracket slide up on the knuckle like that, almost pinch it. The bolt will go through and bolt up there, and then this piece is gonna be roughly 1 inch lower, and it's going to accept that down in there, and the bolt will go through it either this way or this way, which we'll get to. So we're gonna just get ahead and take some measurements and get this started. All right, here I have two pieces just kind of tacked in place here with a hole. This will be like the back piece here, and this will be the bottom piece. As you can see, that lines up with the shock, like so, there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build plates on the either side here, and then one in the front, like that, and weld that all up, and then drill a hole like that, and that'll lower it down about 1 inch. And it is on a slight angle too. And I did check it with the wheel on, and nothing even comes close to it, so that works out well. I believe the Van Steel one comes out pretty far as well, but not as low as this, but this is for this application. Okay, got my pieces all cut here, so I'm going to assemble it like this. And then I have this same size sleeve that I'm going to put in the middle and bolt it up so the space stays consistent, so we won't have any issue getting the shock in and out. And then I'm going to tack this all in place. Then I'll hang it back in the car, and then I'll measure and make this bracket here, and then we'll gusset everything up and make it a little bit stronger. All right, so I got it all tacked in place here, as you can see. So this will bolt through the knuckle here, and then the coilover or shock will go right down in here, and there'll be a bolt through that way. So we're gonna go bolt this in the car right now, and then cycle the suspension up and down. All right, so now I have it bolted in place there, as you can see. So I'm just gonna jack up the suspension real quick. And you can see there, it's not completely bottomed out. But if you come around here, you can see the airbag's compressed. And that would be completely deflated right there. So that's gonna work out well with that bracket. We're just gonna have to reinforce this here. I might build a plate on the side and some gussets in the front here. All right, here's the left side one complete. Get the bolts in there, and then I'll mount to the side of the knuckle like that. So I have all the gussets in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and start making the other side. I just finished up welding them all up here. So that's what they look like. So now I'm just going to go ahead and paint them up real quick. I'll be done. Alright, just finished painting them up, so they are ready to go back on the car. That's what they look like. It's the left side, and then this is the right side. Alright, so that's it for today's video. So they turned out pretty nice. I'm happy with them. We will give them the ultimate test once we get this car back on the road and we drive it around. And we'll inspect everything too, probably another couple months, see how everything's kind of holding in there. So if you enjoyed the video, press like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.